So I have made it no secret at all that I really don't like elevated horror. I don't like, this kind of aura of, like, I have to be, like, I have to feel like I'm being talked down to by other and it's not the horror movies themselves. I personally don't like I hate the term elevated horror. I also hate the fandom behind it. It's more of that than anything else. Where I personally don't get movies like any Ari Aster movie, really. The Babadook, I know that's not an Ari Aster movie, but it falls in the same camp. Where, nothing, like, it's more creep factor and more anything else. I do love me some gothic architecture and whatnot, and everything else. But some of these movies a lot of these movies don't do it for me. This era of, like, every movie is trying to be this one guy's type of film. We'll get to who that is in a minute. So you may be thinking, why are you excited for Nosferatu? No. I mean, yes, I actually am. Sorry. I actually am very excited for Nosferatu. Why? Because Robert Eggers is the exception to the rule when it comes to these elevated horror movies. I really love The Witch. The Lighthouse I liked, and I loved The Northman. It was one of my favorite movies. It was probably my favorite movie of, like, 2022, I think. Yeah, it was definitely my one of my favorite movies of the year, if not my favorite movie of that year. So so Eggers is the exception to the rule because not only does he do, like, and I feel like everyone tries to copy him or Ari Aster these days, but I will say that, like, when it comes to, like, gothic architecture as well as, like, getting the period piece right and doing it in an authentic style, holy shit, is he the only one who fucking gets it? Because everyone else feels, like, you can tell, like, there's some inauthenticity here. Here, he spends months researching everything. So I can't so when he was basically said, hey, I'm going to be doing a Nosferatu remake, I was like, you are the only one I trust with that movie, Robert Eggers. Please do not fuck it up. And it's apparently been a passion project of his for a long time. It's been very much a passion project that he has wanted to do for, like, since his youngest days as a film director. So I can't, I'm very excited to see what he can do with this. And I was anxiously awaiting. I didn't go see Bike Riders because, I wanted to go see it, then I ended up didn't. And I really wanted to see the trailer because it was showing exclusively in theaters. But they drop it today. They dropped the trailer today, and I was like, this is the one trailer I've been waiting to see. Like, I have been begging to see this trailer, to see how his style is going to work for Nosferatu. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't wait for this movie any longer. Like, I need it now. Like, I need Christmas. Christmas needs to come sooner. And I emphasize on come. I'm awful. And that kind of plays into the whole thing of, like, he is coming. Shut up. That one wasn't what it was meant to be. But yeah, the whole thing of, like, building up Count Orlok as this enigmatic shadow. Literally, like, I love that scene of, like, his hand, the shadow of Orlok's hand over the city. Like, it really does feel like they're gonna play the plague element of the original film, because that was kind of a thing that was a part of the original film. In the original Nosferatu, one of the things they really touched on was that Nosferatu was a living plague. Count Orlok was a plague on the world, and he brought plague. He brought disease. That's his whole thing, is that he is an unnatural being. Therefore, he brings unnatural things to light. But they didn't really play a lot with the plague element in the original film. It's just kind of the backdrop. Here, it looks like it's going to play a major role, and I really feel bad for all the people who have fear of rats for this movie. I feel bad for everyone who's afraid of rats. I feel my heart goes out to you. I had to deal with 2 spider movies this year. You're gonna deal with a fucking rat movie. Anyway, so the whole film is clearly Eggers. Like, even if it didn't say written and directed by Robert Eggers, you would take one look at this film and one look at this trailer and go, that's Robert Eggers. That's a Robert Eggers film. Like, it has just kind of that kind of gothic aesthetic, that that dreariness to it. But it also has, I think he took a lot from what he learned from the Northman, which was meant to be like a big budget movie. But here, he's taking all those kind of like epic wide shots and everything else, and applying it to these kind of like dense and condensed horror scenes. I really like that. It kind of proves that like he keeps evolving as a director. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, because to this day people still don't understand, I saw it even in the comments for the trailer. I was like, this movie just looks like a Dracula ripoff. For those who have not seen the movie because this movie is 102 years old, the whole point of Nosferatu being made was because F.W. Murnauer, I hope I'm saying that, God, I butchered that last name, but F.W. Murnauer couldn't get the rights to make a Dracula film, so he said, fuck it, I'll make a not Dracula movie, and Bram Stoker's wife sued him, destroyed all the pictures except one film reel that was recovered, and that's why we still have the movie to this day. So, Nosferatu is, yes, it's meant to be a Dracula ripoff, because that's what it is. It is in the public domain, so you can use, like, Count Orlok and other, the things from it, because why is it also, like, this is the closest we'll ever get to Eggers doing a Dracula film, because I kind of still want him to do a Frankenstein movie. Another film I would love to see another property I'd love to see Eggers take his artistic value to. 2 other silent films, actually. Like, there's 2 other... Forgoing Frankenstein, because Del Toro's got that covered. Can't wait for that. But the 2 movies I would love to see next, remade by Eggers. Again, 2 very important silent films. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, that would be awesome. And London After Midnight. London After Midnight is a lost Universal Pictures movie that was lost in a fire. The character of Dr. Edward Burke was played by Lon Chaney. It's a fascinating movie that has it even has a NECA figure, right? Like, that's how, you've probably seen, he looks like almost like Mr. Hyde, but not. So London After Midnight would be, by Robert Eggers, would be awesome. That would, Universal, get on that. Anyway. So, I'm just, this trailer gives you this sense of dread, of overarching dread, that I have not felt in a lot of horror movie trailers. I don't get this sense of, horror and dread and, this overwhelming fear of when you see Orlok. You don't see a lot of him. He's very kept in the shadows. You only get a side profile of him barely. But I imagine I don't want them to see Orlok in any, because I know they're going to do another trailer. I don't want to see Orlok in any of the trailers. I want that first opening scene to be his first appearance of him. Yes, I know they've shown stills of Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok. But I kind of don't want them to reveal I don't want to see it in the trailer. I want to see that big reveal of him in his full form in the movie. They've kept him in shadows, they kept everything else, and really just built it up as this. When you see him, you're going to feel that sense of fear. So I'm just excited. This movie, I cannot wait for. This is the last one of the last movies on my list of films I've been waiting for this year, and I will skip Christmas with my family to go watch this movie. I swear to God. I swear I will do, I'll probably end up going and then just be like, yeah, that's great. No, I'm gonna go hi everybody, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna go fucking watch Nosferatu, the most unholiest movie on the holiest day. That had to have been on purpose, I swear. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of the trailer for Nosferatu? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time, the Multiverse.